into the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Paralyze my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about that makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you, you break me, holding our love.
is typically better with that defensive play, but you can't counteract them. When she gets one on offense, that's pretty good. But another thing, on offense,
what
going off is Koala from the corner, hitting that ball up over one.
To a goal. That could have been devastating. Then we have this right here. Kova's with a beautiful, beautiful double cut. This is what's going to happen. You've got to see. I was going to say you're going to have to see Reese. There you go. Oh my God. This is an entire clip for like double.
No, this is
2 clips in a row.
Putting it off, Bowsy putting it back into the middle. The ton there can knock it onto the sidewall. Lack taking it forward for a pass for Bowsy. An amazing shot, an even better save from Moto. Phenomenal so far. Ton pushing it in, but Lack kind of winning that 50, and Bowsy with a shot on Moto with another save. Incredible defense from Moto here.
What is going on, FDL? We are here to bring you week 2, and I know I'm looking forward to it. We'll have to see if my co-caster is looking forward to it. What's going on, Ken?
Hey, how you doing, Galloway? We got the Origin League tonight for the first series. Monkeys, Lobsters, 2 teams that didn't pick up a win in the first week, but one of them will walk away from this one with a win. Who you got?
I had to call them both out for not having a win, which saves me from calling out for not having a win, because I was going to do that as well. But I will also mention that they both have nothing but 9 styles on their team, so it's another interesting tidbit fact. But who cares what I think is going to happen, Ken, because this game is going underway, and I'm ready for this action, my guy.
Yeah, no, that's a way to start. We are a hot rolling captain, gonna get the first goal of the series with a nice little pass from Moosey, who then tried to block the shot, but we don't have to talk about that bit. You know, we appreciate the passing play.
We do appreciate the passing play, as well as the technical issues I'm already dealing with. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm caster and streamer, so scream at me for everything that goes wrong tonight.
It's all Galloway's fault. Yep.
Definitely not Ken, whose Congress is with me. It's definitely not his fault.
No, not at all. What a demo. I mean, we expect that from Melissa. And Conway's there to finish off the shot. That'll tie up the game, and, well, we know what to expect from Melissa.
Oh,
and, yeah, there it is.
I mean,
you're going to see that about 17 more times.
17? Come on now. She may not be Stoops, but she's, like, in training. 17.
I meant for this game.
Oh, okay, there you go. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Muhammad Ali spoke about her when he said, float like a bee, sting like the bee, Alyssa bee, something like that. But Moosey coming in there. Shut up.
I don't know if that...
Moosey coming in, taking on both defenders, getting not a 50, but a dunk, I guess? No. Beat over one, 50 off the other one, and just throws it into the net. Give the Lobsters back the lead.
I think we'll cut that as 2 dunks, and we'll just ignore what you said beforehand. That ball off kickoff. Alyssa's there, and Alyssa's going to get into the scoring action. I don't have the stats ready, but I'm pretty sure they might have already scored as many goals as they scored last week.
We don't talk about stats, especially from week 1. Week 1 is a throwaway week. It's the warm-up week. It's some players' first time ever playing together week. But all that notwithstanding, it's 45 seconds in. There's already been 4 goals scored, not like maybe 50 demos, and I'm ready to see what the rest of this game brings us.
Yeah. A little moment of peace here. You know, things slowing down a bit. Alyssa gets a good 50. But this ball is living in the Lobster's corner. As I say that, Captain gets a good clear. Out to mid. Lucy might have a shot. That one over the post. Not going to be capitalized on. This ball just going to sit in mid for a second. Something we'll probably see a decent bit. This is Origin, you know. The lowest salaries in the league. But obviously able to be competitive. Able to put on a good show. Lucy in the air. But nothing quite going to happen there.
Indeed, and like I said, there's a little bit of lull in the action right now. Lobsters are trying to get something going. against his defense, but accidentally pinches it. It's going to send it all the way across. This ball's still in the Monkeys' half, though. This Lobsters team with Moosey going to go up there, try to win the 50, gets the 50. That's going to be a floater in front of the net. Captain goes up. Alyssa goes to challenge, but nothing happens. That ball is awkwardly floating, as if I asked my girlfriend out for the first time for prom, and she rejected me. But you know what? Just like the Lobsters in the end, it happened, and so did their goal. Good job, Lobsters.
I'm not. I'm not. Just keep talking.
I was going to say that story's not actually true, but that was absolutely hilarious. We got the Monkeys now trying to get control here, but the Lobster's still in the way. That's going to float down for the net. It's hit backwards, though, and a good touch by the B. Conway trying to get control, but couldn't quite. B now trying to go. It's going to get. Avoids the demo. Never mind. Goes for the big dump. Alyssa almost wins the 50 war, but Captain able to get away in time again. Now the Lobsters are on their comeback and they score.
Feels bad for the Monkeys. You get like a good opportunity, but then it just all gets shut down and it turns right back on you. Moosey gets the good flick. That was honestly a very impressive flick there. Yeah, definitely better than I would have expected. And gives them a 2-goal lead. Captain's up already. That's a shot on, and that's just in off kickoff.
Yeah, Moosey was definitely not loosey with his control. Very tight control on that ball and gorgeous. And then Captain getting the big air off the kickoff 50 from his teammate. This Lobsters team is getting into the flow of things, and it's starting to look a little bit dire for the Monkeys. But the good news, Ken, there's still half a game left. They're only down by 3. They've already scored twice. They know they can do it. Do not count this team out yet.
Absolutely not. Good touch there from Moosey. Beats one. Alyssa gets a good 50 though, I think. That'll shut down that play at least momentarily. She'll take the ball. It's a good touch. Conway's up. That's going to be off to the side, but he might get one here. Not quite. And this ball's just going to float and Captain's going to catch it. Somebody from the Monkeys has to get a touch here. Alyssa will be the one to do that. And it shouldn't result in anything much. And Moosey patiently waiting. I think we're going to see that a lot from Moosey. Just kind of waiting for the Monkeys to make a mistake of some kind, give away control. Get that pass into mid for Captain. And extend that lead even further.
Indeed, and that's one thing I remember about Moosey from last season. And FTL too, because he's gotten just better from when I first saw him. He likes to take his time and to be the patient person. He wants to attack at the right moment. He wants to get control of that ball. Even though he's Origins, he wants to go for that control play, which is absolutely gorgeous. So then you get things like this right here happening, where he goes for the double, doesn't quite get it, but he forces Alyssa to have to go for it because it bounces off of her car right to his teammate who throws it in up over Conway. And I mean, everything's just coming up Lobsters right now. It's just beautifully done.
Yeah, and that's a rough one for Alyssa. I feel like it's not a bad idea to go for that touch, because I think Moosey definitely, approached that at the right angle to be able to score it. So you feel like you have to, but there's a bang from Alyssa. That'll go in. That'll give the Monkey some life. But yeah, like I was saying, I think Alyssa played that probably correctly. Just unfortunate bounce.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can afford that really if you're the Monkeys right now.
You can't, but they have scored again. They brought it back within 4. Unfortunately, there's only a minute 10 remaining, but it's not going to be an easy road, but it's still a road that has a paved path that they can take to come back. It's going to try to start off with Alyssa or Conway getting to it, rather. He gets beat out by the Lobsters. Now the Lobsters are playing a solid game of keep away, and none of the Monkeys are actually challenging it, which is where you gotta be, because he decided to give up the ball for a boost. Somebody has to be on that to get the ball going in their favor, but instead they decided to get boost and the ball. And when you're down, that's not where you want to be at.
Yeah, we're seeing the Monkeys pretty constantly starved of boosts. Not really anything to challenge with, and I think that's one of the things that they will have to figure out for this second game, is that one's going to go in again. 5-goal lead, but I mean, it's I think this is a game you kind of just take on its face, say, learn from it. I think your biggest thing is you just have to kill Moosey if you're Alyssa. I think that's just gonna go in. Okay, cool. Maybe get some of those. Those are always helpful.
Alyssa says, my biggest thing is not just demos, but my kickoffs against Moosey.
No, her biggest thing are demos.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They do make the biggest explosion. Even though that goal is quite nice. But, yeah, that definitely worked. Alyssa getting that demo definitely helped them out on the offense. But Alyssa, I think if Alyssa gets every kickoff for the Monkeys, that'll be a fantastic thing for them as well. But Conway unable to finish it, however, we'll leave it to the counterattack. Captain, it does bounce over Alyssa, who has no boost. Like you're saying, boost management has not been their strongest suit, and just does not help when you have to react a lot, which they're having to react a lot because they do open themselves up as counterattacks. And the Lobsters have done a fantastic job at picking that apart, attacking those counterattacks, make them have to run the gambit, like it down the field. But very solid first game for the Lobsters. 9 goals, a beautiful start. Monkeys did not look terrible. Sure, they got things they need to work on. They did not look terrible all of them, just out and out.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the Monkeys are going to look at that game and just say, we kind of let Moosey run things. Yes, Captain scored all those goals, but they were all really off of good passes from Moosey and just him having too much space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that, I think, is from the boost management that we talked about. So if they can shore that up and just not give quite as much space, I think the second game could go very differently. If you're the Lobsters, I don't think you need to change anything. I think you have to, at this level, you have to make the other team adapt first before you try and do anything, cute and mess up your flow here.
Oh, I agree 100%. Like you said, the onus is on the Monkeys to adapt and change, where the Lobsters, they keep playing this game here. They're set going on cruise control. But Monkeys, especially demos, out big time at times. I think if they can get those in there, I think if they can just manage that boost a little bit tighter, that would be a huge improvement. That would be absolutely massive for their ability to respond to the Lobsters and take away some of those counterattack goals.
Yeah, I would agree. Because there was a lot of counterattacks. Alyssa beats one on the wall. Okay. Alright, we're seeing... This is more than I expected from Alyssa in terms of offense, honestly.
Alyssa says,
Based
I
on
don't
what
need
I know.
demos, I don't need to do kickoff goals, I can ball can. I don't need to take what I'm hearing from the captain booth.
Yeah, I apparently was not familiar with her game. Oh, well, she did just die. That definitely isn't part of the plan. And that's going to result in a goal. Ball just floats across mid. Conway, I don't think, recognized necessarily that he needed to jump. Didn't have the boost to jump anyways. And that'll tie the game up. 15 seconds in. But, yeah, we'll have Alyssa and Captain on this kickoff. Alyssa's kickoffs have been really good so far. This one, not too dissimilar. In a good spot for Conway. Isn't quite able to make anything of it, but gets a good touch there. This ball on the wall. Conway's going to take one. He's going to grab the boost. Might have a shot. That's a real bang down bar down, and that is going to give the Monkeys another lead. Great shot from Conway. Great to recognize he had this space. Didn't need to rush things. Picks his moment. Puts a shot that's really, I mean, how are you ever going to defend that with that pace on the ball behind it? Gives the Monkeys a lead, and, kickoff going to be staved off, and Alyssa should have this ball. Well, good is always an operative word there, not always what actually happens, but Captain's going to take this ball. Alyssa got to cut that off. Good touch from her. Conway's going to get a beat. Alyssa might have a shot, but Captain cuts in, gets the good touch. Moosey now in the air, gets one touch. Conway awkward, but I think we'll be fine to get this. Yeah, Good demo from Alyssa is going to shut down any, potential offense coming out there. Alyssa now gets the ball, gets 50, might need a demo. Conway's got to get a touch. Does, but Moosey just muscles that in behind him, and that'll tie the game up. That'll equalize the game at 2 apiece. About 3.5 minutes left in game number 2 here. Lobsters tying things up. We're seeing Moosey kind of leading the charge a bit more even than in the first game. And I think really you have your target now for the Monkeys. If you were doubting it before, well, okay, I say that, then Captain does a shot like that. I don't know what the attempt was here, but it looked cool, and it resulted in a goal, so really who cares? And it gave the Lobsters the lead. The most important bit for them, getting that lead back. First time this game they've had the lead. We've seen another kickoff just go straight into the air. I think that's like 3 or 4 in a row that have done that. Melissa on the wall, carries it across mid, maybe not where she wanted to, but Conley will take it. Collect, Moosey with a beat. Might get a beat here too, that's dangerous. Conley's got to get a touch to the corner. Does manage to do that. And should have a clear here. Control, throws it away just a little bit. Probably could have played that a little bit closer, but good idea. This ball's going to get thrown back into the Monkeys' half. Just gets in front of that. Ball will sit in the Monkeys' corner. Welcome back, Galloway.
Thank you very much. I'm fairly sure about that. Everything going right until something doesn't go right. But what does go right is the fact the Monkeys are keeping this into a fairly tight game again. Especially at the halfway markers.
Yeah, I think the boost management has cleaned up for them. They are not constantly getting caught out. And Conway's really played this control game a little bit more than in game 1. He's keeping the ball close to himself, giving himself an opportunity to control things. Moosey's might have a double here. No, that's going to drop down. Great touch by Conway.
You can definitely tell this Monkeys team talked to each other in that minute time they got between those 2 lobbies. And that could be a missed touch there, rather. That could have been dangerous, but the Monkeys were not there for it. It could be a big bang center. But Alyssa backed off for boost. Didn't have any. Gets a great 50. And that ball to the corner. That's going to be a beautiful shot, however, by Moosey. That will slide by the defender right into the goal. Lobsters now up by 2. And for all the control and management of that boost the Monkeys are doing, Lobsters are still finding ways to get through here and there, but I'm incredibly liking what the Monkeys are showing, and if there's a minute 40 remaining, I'm definitely not counting them out yet. Not from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement over the first game, but the Lobsters, I think, again, are just controlling that pace really well. I think Moosey, we're seeing them lead. Well, all right.
I think the next thing they're going to be talking about, Ken, is the team bumps. I think the urge to demo is so high on that Monkeys team that they just find themselves naturally by accident. And if it's like an itch, man. Whenever you can't get a demo in time, you just want to hit something. And I think it's a little bit of what's happening here.
Yeah. Unfortunate. This is going back towards Captain's own net. He's going to center that for Conway, and that's going to go under Captain. And that is not what the Lobsters wanted.
Not quite an Eagles, so they escaped that after that criticism. But there's a little. I don't hate trying to take it out back to keep it away to get control of it. The only problem with that, Ken, Captain did not have the boost to manage that and keep control of that ball and keep it tight. So great job of the Monkeys to actually get there and take advantage of that. Back within 1 now with the minute remain or 2, sorry, the minute remaining. Monkeys is in striking distance, whereas Lobsters, they're sitting good, but it's not over.
Yeah. See, going back to, well, that's gonna be a shot on, and it'll make up for that previous mistake. But yeah, going back to have control only works if you have control. And yeah, I mean that's just a good shot, good pass from Moosey. Kind of teed that one up for Captain, who had all the space in the world to shoot that ball.
And I don't know if you noticed it or not, Ken, but right before that play happened, when Conway was trying to take, unfortunately for the Monkeys, his own. Right before that happened, when Conway was taking down the field, Alyssa went backfield with 0 boost. Conway pressing the ball, 0 boost. Both of them at 0 boost at that point in time. Alyssa not getting any while he was trying to take that on the field. That management is starting to slip away from him here and there, but that kickoff snap through, the missed speed flip, whatever happened there, but Monkeys get another goal, bring it back within 3. It's possible, Ken. We've seen their kickoffs. It's possible.
Conway says you can't mess up a speed flip if you don't flip. Proving that adage right.
Very true, my friend. See, this is
Look
why
at
I
that,
don't
I
flip
think.
my kickoffs.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, the Monkeys. Okay. Ambitious from Captain. Not quite able to find that, but I mean, they're just killing time at this point. They have 30 seconds to kill and a 3-goal cushion. This is looking all but over for the Lobsters in this game number 2. They will take a 2-game lead in the series, look for that sweep, try and get in the win column. They're not quite being able to find it last week. Yeah, this will be the end of this game. I think they have definitely impressed. I mean, I think they went to 5 games last week. Moosey? Not quite able to put that last one in, not that it really mattered.
Who did you say if you think went to 5 games?
I think the Lobsters did.
Lobsters?
They did.
They
They
did,
went to
yeah.
they went to 5 with Thrasher and Moosey against the Huskies. So
Yeah, Lobsters definitely had a hard-fought match last week. Unfortunately, didn't get their way. And they're getting a hard-fought game now for the Monkeys, too, who, yes, Lobsters won 2 in a row now. But the Monkeys definitely tightened that game up. It got a little bit away from them towards the end, to the second half. But they definitely tightened up a lot of the issues from the game 1. They can do the same thing and tighten up issues from game 2 while retaining what they tightened up from game 1. Again, I'm looking at possibly at least a tied game or at least a 1-goal differential game.
I can see that. We will have a timeout here from the Monkeys. Their 1-minute timeout for the series. I think, if you're down 2-0, probably a good idea to call that one. They did, yes.
So I had the timer ready and set, sir.
All right. Yeah, so they'll get their minute. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think down 2-0. What else are you going to call it, really, right? I feel kind of silly if you lose it and don't call this timeout. So,
especially when without calling the timeout last game, they took the original and only minute they get and they tightened it up. You definitely tell they communicated with each other. They take an extra minute now to communicate. Oh man, you know that they're actually focused on wanting to get. I am all about it and looking forward.
Now we probably know what the Monkeys are talking about. What do you think the Lobsters are saying right now in this timeout? Right? How are they handling this?
Oh God, Alyssa, the stinger. I know it's coming. It's gonna be 20. It's gonna be 20 demos in just the first 20 seconds. Which you think is statistically possible, but somehow Alyssa will.
Yeah, hard to say. I mean,
and that is the timeout, by the way. So if you can let them know, good sir.
Oh yeah, we will.
Not to cut you off there, if you would please go on.
Yeah, we'll get him in the game for this one. But yeah, I think Lobsters are probably feeling pretty loose still. I don't think there's much they are really worried about. I think they've shown that as long as they don't let the kickoffs get to them, they will just kind of starve the Monkeys out of boost.
Yeah. Because the double commits just double commits or just team bumps have been so deadly to this Monkey team, and it's also cost them a lot of boost as well to recover from hitting each other. And there's a double commit that started this playoff and allowed the Lobsters to get to it. It's a fantastic save by Alyssa as well. But great placement by Moosey, great patience to be there to wait for it to come to him. He got it, threw it right back in the net, and Lobsters now up by 1 for 17 seconds in the game.
Yeah, one thing I think we have to commend this series is the lobster shooting has been on point. They really haven't missed anything that's been open. Moosey again finishes that one off. Like they are finishing the plays that they are supposed to. 99% of the time, it feels like.
I would have to agree, and no, things are still coming up from Lobsters. Rather, like we said, it's not really much they still need to worry about changing. They can remain loose. They can go for things. They don't have to be stressed about stuff. Whereas, it's just still on the monkeys to make those changes and get stuff to happen. But we've seen the monkeys score. They've gotten 4 that last game. They got, I don't remember how many from the first game right now, but they can score. They're definitely a team you can't just sleep on, because if you give them that inch, they may not take it every time, but when they do, they'll catch you off guard and they'll score with it. The one thing you definitely want to give Alyssa is time to demo you with.
Yeah, definitely not. Conway. Get past 2. Might just need to throw this to mid. If Alyssa's there, she is not. But I think that would have been a difficult read there to get that. Conway gets a weird touch to the back, but it won't matter. Alyssa's on the ball, gets a touch there. Down to Conway. No contact. Moosey is breakdancing in the corner there. But Moosey needs to get a touch here. Will gets it past Conway. Good beat there. Saves that. Captain might get a touch here. Doesn't quite land it. Conway's going to collect. Found by Moosey in that corner. Moosey's going to take the ball. Passes to nobody. Thought Captain would be there. Captain does not. Instead, Captain puts a shot onto the post. Not quite able to land it. Ball's going to float up. Conway has to make a touch. Or does he? Never mind. Didn't actually need to.
Hey, well, technically, he did touch the other player.
Yeah, gets a touch, just not a touch of the ball like I necessarily meant. But, Conway into mid. Alyssa, no boost, but gets a flick. There we go. That'll do it. That'll give the monkeys some life in this last game. Well, potential last game.
Oh, wow. There's definitely no caster bot. No, Alyssa is able to bring it back. Great job by Conway to get it there for her. Alyssa out of boost, but thankfully it was such a great pass that she had the time that she needed to get the collection on it. Now Conway is trying to send it, didn't get quite the speed and power he wanted on it, but it was a little bit wide, so it didn't matter as much in the end. And now it's going to be a 2v1 briefly. Conway back. That ball will get finished above the net, however. So Moosey will have to back off. Let Alyssa try to do what she's going to do, which will get up and over into the corner. Alyssa, I think, halfway wanted the demo, halfway wanted to send the ball. Couldn't quite get either, unfortunately. And now that ball is going back to the Lobsters. Trying to get the shot off, but Alyssa will get the save. Pass it out to the mid, but Conway is there again. 2 minutes, and it's only a 1 goal different game. Man, this looks excited, man. Oh, well, never mind.
You're saying?
Well, I was saying casters should never talk about the situation because they will, by Murphy's Law, curse it.
Yeah,
that's
a great shot from Captain.
Masterclass skin on how to curse a game.
Oh yeah. Also, a great shot from Captain, right? Got to give him some credit for that one. That was a very well placed shot.
Oh yeah.
Kickoff from the monkeys. Conway out of boost. Otherwise, probably could have shot that, but off kickoff. Not much expected there. Gets one. Goes for the 50. Gets a little touch at the end there. Doesn't amount to anything. Moosey with a free net. Is okay. That is eventually going to go in, but that was a tough one to read. Alyssa chooses boost, but then is on the wall. I think it's a little too fast, a little bit too panicked. Definitely something that was playable, but
I thought you were going to go with a little too fast, a little too furious of an attempt to save it.
yeah, man. You think I am smart enough to come up with anything funny like that? That's I'm flattered. There's something happening on that side of the field. We're gonna cut away.
I don't think we can show this on this Christmas stream. Oh god, it's an Eagles moment.
Oh boy,
we
yeah.
went from what turned into a roll 1 plus 68 into a Eagles moment from Captain, trying to get control, couldn't quite. What an interesting third game this is. Monkeys are back within 2, just a little over a minute. I am not quite sure what this game has left in store for us, but I think it's going to have another let's go in store with Conway passing it off the backboard. Defender not quite ready for it.
I'm really surprised by that play. That was actually a really good play for the Monkeys. I'm surprised there were no Lobsters defending it, is the biggest surprise in my mind, because they've been pretty good about putting themselves in positions to play those backwards. They just weren't able to that time.
I
But
think
I mean,
it's just
yeah,
he got turned around the wrong way. It's in the goal. He was in the right position. He just turned away from the ball instead of towards the ball.
yeah, no, absolutely. Captain's gonna put a shot on net. Gonna widen that gap again. Yeah,
Captain doing what Captain do. Popped
Yeah,
it around one defender. Second one caught a little bit too close to the ball or not quite ready for the play. And it just turns into a open net goal that Captain scores. And yeah, you're up by 2 now. Monkeys gonna have to start unbolting even the kitchen sink and throwing it. But I don't want to count them out yet. Because even with all this happening, the ball's still in the Lobsters' corner. Anything can happen.
yeah, there have been a lot of team bumps out of them. That just kind of ruined the flow of that offense. That has actually been working pretty well when they've avoided the bumps.
Yep.
But Captain's going to put another shot on. That's going to go wide. Maybe didn't need that last touch. Had Moosey there. Alyssa going to control.
Oh!
Gets bumped off the ball, though. Hate to see that. Captain gets a touch, but not a great one. What a save by Alyssa, just kind of sitting in front of the ball. And that is going to wrap up this series. The Lobsters will take the final game 5-3. Get the clean sweep.
Indeed, a clean sweep it was. Lobsters playing solid pretty much the entire way through it, but I don't want to downplay the Monkeys at all because from game 1 to now, they definitely tightened up and started getting better. It's just the biggest obstacle, Ken, that they faced were themselves, I feel like, and I mean that in a constructive way. The team bumps, the double commits, they definitely did not help. It made you waste more boost than needed. But other than that, towards the end, they were playing not quite tip for tap, but they were in it. They were keeping it tight, and I think even the Lobsters probably felt it in game 3. But the Lobsters do come out with that sweep, Ken. A very solid win from this Lobsters team. Even if they are all 9 styles in that team, I don't know which one is the A team. This was a pretty good team.
This was a team, yeah. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I don't know enough about those 3 players in particular. I think it might be one of those any given week, whoever's feeling the best about the game. We know there's a whole lot of consistency things that people, even an expert, deal with. Nothing to talk about there.
I feel called out.
But consistency is... So yeah, you feel called out.
I know.
Consistency is really the biggest thing for this Lobsters team I think we will see throughout the season. It'll be a matter of can they, week through week, play like they did this week. If they can, they're a playoff team, in my mind.
I can agree to that. I can see that. But we'll just have to see how this season turns out. There's still plenty of weeks remaining before that happens and events to come through. But that has been it for the 8 o'clock hour, Ken. I appreciate you joining me. It's a fun cast with you. We do have 2 more games tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are going up to an Adept League for the 9 o'clock. We got the Hydras. We got the Hammerheads. Definitely do not want to miss that one. So stick around in 13 short minutes. We will be back.
Can you please tell me your story? Tell it to me one more time. I just want you to keep talking so I can make up my mind. the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up.
Welcome back to FDL. We have the second lineup, second matchup of the night. We have Adept League Hammerheads at the Hydras home field. But before we get into that, let's get into who my co-caster is for this time. Conway, brother, we just saw you. How you doing, man?
I am great, feeling great. We didn't win any matches, but everything felt good. GG's to the Lobsters on that front. But I got to tell you, Adept has probably been my favorite league to watch this year. They're playing ridiculously well, and I expect more of the same from the Hydras and Hammerheads. They are awesome.
Indeed, and it didn't win any games like you just mentioned, but y'all got better and better. Y'all, you felt great, but man, you were starting to look great. And I was a believer, but Lobsters, they didn't want y'all to have a comeback and they want to be reverse swept on the stream. So fair enough to them, but enough about the winners and losers of previous hour, because we have a new set of winners and losers to be crowned in this hour. Conway, are you ready to bring these fellas in? We can get the match underway. Well,
I sure am.
I say fellas, but we do have a captain on the field who is known to be a glorious captain. We have Captain Kimmy, so fellas and madam.
Well, I am ready to go. If you're ready to go.
Gentlemen, sir, I am streamer and caster, so I do not have access to chat. I cannot tell these guys good luck, have fun, even though I'm sad that I can't do that. I do that every time. But you know what? I'm hoping they can feel it in their heart that
I'm sure they hear you. And it looks like Hiccup in the chat got it for you. Hiccup and Clover for the Hammerheads. Chrome Ace and Captain Kimmy for the Hydras. Not used to the Hydras being red. Maybe they've always been red, but that's okay. Ball is quickly to the Hammerhead side, and the Hydras are playing it back, but once again, Hydras on the attack. Captain Kimmy with a good lofting ball. Hiccup had to get to that one. Thankfully, they did. That one really could have gone in, and almost an own goal there. Looks like they're going to get it clear of the net, and Hydras are keeping the pressure on here, and Captain Kimmy, Chrome Ace is going to pop that one in and get a goal for the Hydras, first off.
Indeed, and keeping up the pressure, indeed. They did a fantastic job. Oh, that's the first time I've seen that goal explosion. That's a little bit trippy. But the fantastic job of that pressure from the Hydras. Able to get that first goal off of kind of a little bit of a mistake from the Hammerheads. Just an unfortunate situation. But that's not letting them That's not getting to them at all. They always had a fantastic look, but a great pass back by Hiccups to Clover. Clover now trying to play it into the corner, but cannot get it past the defender. He is now going for the counterattack, but Hiccup is there to try and send it away, and he does so into the air. Goes for his touch, get a flip, reset! Oh, he tried for it, but didn't quite get his teeth on the ball to just send it towards the net. But Conway, I would have lost by a marble, sir, if he had hit that on stream.
Yeah, it would have been a beauty. Hammerheads getting some pressure here, keeping the ball in at midfield. Gets it around one defender. Kimmy's back. Gonna pop that one up. Hiccup getting up in the air for it. Gets a good bounce off the ground, and that one's gonna go in for Hiccup to tie this one up at 1-1 at 3:41. Just looking great there. Good pop. Chrome tried to get behind it. Unfortunate they couldn't get there. Looking to be a miraculous save. Would have been a good one. And they're right back into it here, kicking off. Ball taken by the Hammerheads to the Hydras end. Hydras are coming around. Kimmy's playing this one off the wall. It's down. Defender is not back. Chrome misses the open net. Hiccup's got an open net on the other end. That one's not going to miss. And Hiccup puts the Hammerheads up by 1. It's going to be 2-1 at 3:28, and that was a quick response. Didn't really look like the Hydras were able to get set after kicking that ball off to their side.
Indeed, you can definitely tell between Clover and Hiccup which one, not Clover, between Chrome and Hiccup, which one of them attended my class on open nets. But fantastic counterattack. Gives the Hammerheads the lead again. Hiccup now trying to go up into the air with it. Next to take it down, however, Clover is there to get the 50. Now Wilson in midfield, Captain Kimmy, not Captain Kimmy, Chrome rather, in the air, trying to get that going, but Kimmy, no boost, tried to get her car on it. Wilson a little bit wide though. That low boost really hurt. And now the beautiful play that will give Clover an open net, and Hammerheads off to the, well, not really a races, I guess off to the docks, out to the open sea. Either way, they're up by 2.
Off to the depths to go find some halibut or something, you know. But yeah, Hammerhead's looking good. 2:56 left here on this kickoff. Once again, going to go the Hammerheads' way. Captain Kimmy is there to get it. Going to be kept in by Clover. Hiccup was hanging back to try to maybe get a second touch on that ball, but Chrome's going to push it. Hiccup's going to get a good 50 here, but Captain Kimmy follows that up. It's going to go right back towards the Hammerheads' net. Everybody in front of it. Hiccup with the beautiful placement on that post. That's like classic. That's like the definition of the defense that everybody wants, but Captain Kimmy's going to get that rebound and push it in. Hydras make it 2-3 at 2:33. What a coinky-dink.
Honestly, and with the sport on the correct side of the overlay for it to match up, oh, the script couldn't have been written any better. Thank you, Thor. I mean, here's the, oh, ladies and gentlemen, now I have to call in the Men in Black to erase your memories. But just like the memories are being erased, he just got a beautiful demo on the defender, which is going to allow Kimmy to come in, get it over both of the guys on defense to tie this game back up. Conway at the halfway or just under the halfway marker. We have ourselves basically a brand new game.
Yeah, speaking of erased, they erased that deficit really, really quickly. I think the last time, it was right in the middle of it there. This ball is going to go to the Hydras in. Hammerheads fighting back. Clover with a good aerial there. Hiccup with a good shot. And what a cut, what a shot. Hammerheads are not going to give it up that easily. They said, okay, you can score 2 unanswered if you want to, but we are going to answer right back. Blast that one in. No defender able to get back to it. I love the fight in this matchup, and this is why I'm telling you, Galloway, Adept has been the league to watch this year. Obviously, it took a little bit away from Origin, but you can clearly see why Adept has been given their own league. And lighting things on fire, Hammerheads pushing it to the Hydra side of the field. Hammerheads keeping it in. Hiccup misses that ball. Chrome's going to pop it and go forwards, but Hiccup's going right back at it, and the Hammerheads really just flying all over the field, Galloway.
They are, and one of the things I was going to get into, but never got the opportunity because the action that these two teams are bringing is in the air. It's going to be a dangerous situation for kind of both these teams, especially, however, for the Hammerheads. I have gotten to see firsthand, at least Hiccup, his tryouts and whatnot, his ability to go into the air, and Clover is also shown to be just as dangerous, able to sneak that one behind Kimmy, in the tightest of corner shots to go for, and does get it with that beautiful placement. Right out of reach for Kimmy, who is just a little bit too far off of that back post to cover it. And now Clover trying to respond, can't do it. Hiccup tries to throw in the second shot, couldn't quite get enough to throw it in, and Chrome will be able to take this ball away now. However, it was challenged by Clover. Hiccup on that in the air, can't get the second touch, will allow Kimmy to send it out, but Clover coming in, and this is just a good action-packed match, Conway. It's kind of going back and forth, even though the goals are 2 apart right now. It really has been a tip for tap kind of matchup.
Yeah, and a little bit of a double commit there by the Hydras. That's going to open it up for the Hammerheads, and that's unfortunate because their spacing there on defense had been great, and you even had Chrome coming back to support Kimmy on defense there, but unfortunately they both push up for the attack, and that's going to let Clover get that open net right there. Going to push that lead to 3. 55 seconds left. Still plenty of time, especially for these teams to catch back up. I mean, we saw the Hydras get back into it earlier with probably 2 goals less than 20 seconds, but Hiccup's going to try to play that one off the wall and miss. Chrome getting a chance to go back, going to get a good shot. Clover is able to get there. Kimmy keeps it in. Good pop. Hiccup's going to make to it, though. Push it down the field. Hiccup in the air. Going to try to take a shot. Good flick. And just blasts that one in over the defense, and what a shot.
Hiccup, man. Buy him dinner first. That was dirty. Oh, beautiful shot by Hiccup to extend that lead by 4 now. The Hammerheads off to the depths indeed, except they're not swimming in the ocean blue, but the ocean of clouds with how high they're flying up for these goals, Conway. It has been absolutely gorgeous to watch. Hydras are definitely going to have some things to talk about in this intermission here, because this game will go to the Hammerheads. But it did not look bad. There's things to talk about, things to work on, not necessarily just as gameplay-wise things to work on, things on how to counter this Hammerheads, which is just so deadly in the air.
Yeah, don't let them get those aerial touches for one. That's going to be a big thing. You can see them setting it up off the side and just pushing it out. They have been pretty much everywhere on the field, especially in the air. Exactly like you said. So, playing really good. Kimmy had 5 saves, which is absolutely insane, and 5 shots for 2 goals. Chrome Ace, 2 shots, 2 assists, 1 goal there. The goal differential here is 8 shots. I mean, Clover had 7 shots by themselves, and that was the total for the Hydras. 8 shots by Hiccup, 4 goals, 3 saves, 1 assist, almost the 1,000-point club. Just barely missed it, but a really, really cohesive time there. And honestly, I feel for Kimmy because, yeah, that post save just did not go her way, and that one really could have made a difference. That's the one that I want to say put the Hammerheads up, and that could have definitely changed momentum there. Unfortunately, after that, they had to take that next kickoff, and everything just kind of went awry after that for the Hydras, but they played really, really close.
They did. They played really close. It just only broke away towards the latter half, I would say. Because at the halfway marker, it was tied 3-3. So it was close. Hammerheads did start sneaking it away once they got more and more into the air. So if the Hydras can keep them out of the air, they can do a good job at keeping them at low boost with some demos or boost steals, or just playing tight defense against them, just fit them from going into the air as freely. Be a big benefit for them. And Conway, did anybody call a timeout? Because why are they not joining?
I did not see anybody call a timeout.
These nerds in there, what are they doing? They should know.
They should indeed.
At least this Hydras team. I think this.
There
Hammerheads
they're going.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. I probably didn't say the right things in the players' rights at the beginning. I did tell them to wait to join on my mark, so blame me.
Man, you know what, Conway? First you let us down in game series 1, and I'm kidding, sir. Some of these players should definitely know better. They just, I don't know, maybe they're just nervous on stream. But game 2 is in the way. 20 seconds in. That will be the goal scored by Clover. A pass from Hiccup as it does get around them on that back wall. Unfortunate miss by Kimmy, who looked like they were trying to pitch it off that back wall. Couldn't quite get it, and it just leads to a goal for the Hammerheads 22 seconds in.
Yeah, and that kickoff's going to go right back towards the Hydras goal. Kimmy with an excellent save there, but that one not getting away. The pressure that the Hammerheads have been able to find has been pretty spectacular. Good little fake and flick there. Hiccup putting everyone on notice. That was just absolutely beautiful little fake. Chrome wasn't really looking at the ball at that point, though, kind of facing sideways, and had to turn and adjust, and that is when the flick came right over the head. Unfortunate. I've been in that position. It doesn't feel good, but they're only down 2, and it's really early in this game. Kimmy with a good shot. That one's up. Going to get turned away by Clover. Kimmy's right back at it, charging right back on the ball. Going to flick it over 1. Try to get it around Hiccup here and can't, but that ball is going to float in the corner. Chrome's going to pick it up, push it back towards the net. Chrome there, but that ball gets cleared out by Clover, and right back to the Hydra's end we go. Clover's going to miss that one. Going to float all the way back here, staying in that end. Chrome's going to miss that one, and Hiccup setting up for another shot here.
Indeed, and now getting back on that ball, both of them in the same spot, but Clover will take it away. Hiccup deciding to back off. Smart move. However, he could have gotten away with it if he had stayed in there, even with his low boost. So both of these Hydras members did back off that ball. However, they're on it now. A race back by Kimmy. Can she get there? She does. Gets the save up over the shooter. Now she's got to contend with Hiccup, who elects to back off the play shadow defense, but will lead that for his teammate Clover, who's in the better positioning. Chrome, unfortunately, going up over that ball. Couldn't quite get it. Kimmy getting the big save off of the Doomsday shot. Both Hammerheads now fighting each other on that side of the wall, making them both have to back off. But Hiccup will get up to 50 Chrome for that. That ball will not go off the mid-wall. Ooh. I like the effort there, Conway. That still almost worked out into a beautiful goal. But instead, it will be a Captain Kimmy counterattack. Hydras getting their first one on the board.
Yeah, and that patience is exactly what I've been waiting to see from the Hydras. We've seen on attacks that the Hammerheads really both circling in, if you will, as a Hammerhead does, on that net when they push up for the attack. And I think that the Hydras, with their patience, finally found an opportunity to just get that counterattack, like you said, and those fast break points are going to be important, especially against this Hydras team, or Hammerheads team, that we've seen just be able to carry the ball and flick it around and do all sorts of mechanical things. So timing, spacing, and patience are really going to be important, as Kimmy might get another one here, and she will. What a cut in the timing and patience right there. She goes in there a little too fast. I mean, Hiccup's there to make that save. Push down, almost got it off the backboard, and they're going to tie it up. 2:33. Here we go.
Indeed, and that was so close too. Kimmy, great job pressuring that, getting in there and throwing it behind Hiccup. Hiccup almost recovered to save that too, which would have been absolutely nutty, but did not happen. Now it is a tied ball game at the 2:22 marker on the timer. It's going to be a good pass by Clover. However, Hiccup backing off, knowing the bang's going to come, and short enough, frees it perfectly. Going to go for a double, but the ball will be sent away by Chrome. Who's low boost, trying to pinch it out, but couldn't quite get it past Clover, who's now going for the double. Couldn't get it, but it's going to leave it wide open for Hiccup. Maybe not quite wide open, Conway, but Kimmy, with her great recovery, just has zero boost to get up for it, and that placement will earn the Hammerheads their third goal and the lead once more.
Yeah, they just got a little impatient there, started pushing out on more things, and really, I think the key for the Hydras here, that's unfortunate kickoff goal, but the what I was going to say, there's a little bit more control of the ball instead of just booming it down the field. That might help. Poor Chromace, controller died on that kickoff. Not able to get it. Feels bad, man, but that's okay. They're only down 2, still plenty of time in this match, and they have played this one a bit closer. Kimmy's going to touch that one. I think they're still waiting for Chrome. Nope, Chrome is back, going to touch that ball. Chrome's going to follow it down. Clover said take the free, so maybe they're trying to hook him up here with that kickoff goal. Even it back up, nobody wants to give up a kickoff goal to a dead controller. Yeah, they're just going to let Chrome take it, so they want to make this a one-goal game again. Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
You know,
Not teamwork. It's sportsmanship.
The
Oh my
level of
goodness.
sportsmanship and just camaraderie. And that's one of those huge things why I love FDL. Because you do have plenty of players who are like this. Plenty of players who has felt that pain of controller dying and just stuff happening to just give up a goal free on a kickoff because of it. Huge respect to the Hammerheads for just giving this Hydras team that or I don't want to say a free goal, but it was. They just let them have it. Or back up. Huge respect. And also, another thing I want to point out, Conway, you know who has never had a controller issue? This guy, because he plays on keyboard and mouse, but Chrome, who doesn't, did get a beautiful power shot, 72 miles per hour from the midfield to bang that home and tie it back up just over a minute. And we have ourselves a ball game, Conway.
Yeah, we do. Keyboard and mouse. I tried to play keyboard and mouse not that long ago, and I don't know how you do it. More respect for you not being an Origin, because, oh my goodness, I felt like I was relearning everything on that. But here we are, 1 minute left. Clover has a chance to push that ball down. It's going to go just wide. Chrome's going to try to push this back. Going to have to watch out for Hiccup there. Good challenge, good 50. It's going to knock it into the corner and away from the awaiting Hammerhead member. Hydras had a chance there. Chrome not able to get to that one, and Clover is going to put these Hammerheads right back up 5-4 with 41 seconds left. Very close match, and I am loving this.
I am loving this too. I didn't know we were sponsored by McDonald's, but oh wait, we're not. But if you want to sponsor us, Mickey D's, Ronald, my man, we're wide open, so come on in. But after I get done, clowning myself, we have the Hydras now. 30 seconds remaining. Is going to try to get the goal. It will be a big 50 by Chrome, who does go for the demo, which is perfect. It makes Hiccup have to back off. Beautiful play, putting him into an awkward position. Beautiful shot by Kimmy with great power to just force an awkward save attempt. We are tied back up at 27 seconds, and it's just been great gameplay back and forth. It is criminal at this point if we do not get overtime, but I would not be surprised at all if a team scores and there's just not enough time for retaliation.
It's entirely possible. You got to wonder, though, if the Hammerheads are regretting giving up that free goal. I mean, it's good sportsmanship, but now you're right here at the end, and they're just taking everything. Good shot by Kimmy. Oh, good save by Clover. That one was so close. Ball still in the air. Good deflection. Zero's on the clock. If this hits the ground, we're going to OT, but if somebody gets this into the net, obviously that is not happening. Good pop there. That ball's going to touch, and we go to OT.
I don't know if you saw this or not, Conway, but Clover, plenty of time before having to go there, decided to go back into the goal and just wait there just to ensure that no matter what happens, that ball could not go flying towards the net for a last-second goal. A beautiful idea by Clover to do so, and now a beautiful job by Clover to put that into the net. Hiccup going for the interference and getting it off of Chrome, just bullying the man in the goal line, and just an absolutely gorgeous play. Not quite sure whether or not Hiccup did get the bump or not, but it forced him into the disadvantageous position, unable to get the save. And now the Hammerheads in this OT have taken match point. We are now sitting at 2-0. The overlay is broken because we can never have a fully functional overlay. That's just crazy talk. But Hydras not playing bad. They've gotten a little bit tighter from that first game. Conway, anything can happen in this series, man. This series is wide open right now.
Yeah, I mean, shots were even. The only thing that sets them apart is that one extra goal there. But, man, just to correct you a little bit, because I know you don't have your overlay on, it was Clover that went for the bump and Hiccup that scored that final goal. Clover is in the Finnick with the pearlescent white and pink paint job, and Hiccup is in the Octane with the beautiful gray and black racing paint job.
You know, I knew that, but man, I'm trying to watch through OBS just to make sure that I don't miss anything that happens. I do want to point out something I did catch, but the Hammerheads both have 768 points. How adorable are these two people at right now, just matching points together? Oh,
That's actually shocking. I'm really impressed by that. I thought you were gonna say that well, no, you're right. Sorry, the Hammerheads were the ones that had the matching score line basically. Oh, there's been so much action. My brain is trying to melt.
well, you just got done playing a intense series yourself. Now you're watching an intense series, and you have a boomer casting with you who's getting names wrong. It's just destination, you know what. But speaking of what's not destination, you know what, it's Clover hitting that 8-ball into the corner pocket right over both Hydras. And that is just a beautiful goal and great start for this Hammerheads team in this game 3.
Yeah, taking an early lead is going to be important if they can hang on to it. We know these Hydras have been able to strike really quickly with their multiple heads here, but trying to push themselves, trying to get that ball out of their side of the field. Chrome with a good challenge. Kimmy's going to push that up. Chrome is there. Good little touch into the corner. Tries to get a bump play on Clover and can't. Both of them are going to have to rotate back. Good touch there by Kimmy to interrupt Clover's rotation back. That was a really heads-up play.
Indeed, and a beautiful control by Hiccup there, taking that pass from Clover, who got the dunk off of Prone. Great control. Kimmy thinking that she had time to get boost, thinking that ball was not going to get red. It's caught out of position, unfortunately, just by the control that this man named Hiccup has. And now Hammerhead's up by 2. And, you know, Conway, they say 3 heads is better than 1 for and the Hydras can definitely attest to that. But you know what time, or you know what situation that's not better to have 3 heads in? When you have
What's
a
that?
migraine.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And right
As
now,
a-
this Hammerheads team is the migraine for the Hydras.
I'm going to agree with that. As a sufferer of chronic migraines, I can attest to that for
Also,
sure. But
shout out to Nebula Esports. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. This is Adept League. Go right ahead, Conway. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Good little shot here, but I was gonna say I just understand the migraine thing very, very well. And you're right about the Hammerheads doing it. The Hydras had an opportunity there, just not able to capitalize, and they're gonna keep this one on the goal line here. Kimmy's up, and she's gonna punch that one in. It just seems like anytime there's an opportunity down there, Kimmy is going to take it. Chrome had a really good banger earlier, but man, if there's a goal line play that needs to happen, Kimmy is there, and she just kind of dunked that ball in on both the defenders.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing we've noticed is Kimmy has just been dunking these players whenever they go head to head on the goal line. Cannot count this Hydras team out by no means. And just, they are putting in the good fight. They are putting in the good work. They are challenging when they can, pressuring when they can. Despite whether or not this Hammerheads team has just been putting on some fantastic control, which they have, they're not afraid to challenge. Like right there, unfortunately, even though they got the bump on the shooter by Hiccup, Hiccup does get the touch over Kimmy just the last second, and that will be the 3rd goal for the Hammerheads. They are now up by 2. 3 minutes remaining, Conway. By no means is it.
Yeah, it's still a lot to go, and I, as a recipient of a couple of those just barely over the nose goals, I know exactly how that goes, but they're challenging things exactly like you would want them to. In Rocket League, a buddy of mine once told me, basically, you become EA, and I know they don't use a slogan anymore, but challenge everything. If the ball's floating overhead and you don't feel like you can get to it, you still might as well jump and boost up. And that's something I was telling Alyssa earlier is don't be afraid to go for those. If they're already going to get the ball over you, you might as well at least try to make a save. And it's just absolutely one of those skills that you pick up by doing it. So for all you newer players out there still working on your aerials, don't be afraid to get up there and give it a shot. You only learn by doing it. There's only so much that the training pack can teach you, and real life situations are going to help you get way more comfortable with it. As Hammerheads had an opportunity there and they were not able to capitalize. Hydras are pushing this up. That ball's going to get popped over Kimmy though. Clover has it. Dangerous spot. Chrome's going to get there, and I like Chrome's spacing on defense in this matchup. Not going straight for the goal, just kind of hovering by it so that they can get across it, and it's worked out really well in their favor.
It has, and Clover and Hiccup going for the pinch play in the air. That would have been crazy in crazy, great English, but it'd been insane if they could have gotten it crazy even, but just could not quite pull it off. That ball is now being countered. Well, I was about to say by the Hydras, but Hammerheads quickly regain it. Now it's a 2v1. Going for the bump play. Did not work this time. A great 50 out. Kimmy now at the open net. If she can get to this ball, which she can. Kimmy with her second goal in game 3, bringing them back within one with just over a minute remaining with 1:15. And Conway, the commitment to not give up from this Hydras team, but just to keep on fighting and keep pushing is just truly admirable because it is paying off for them. And this Hammerheads team is not out of the woodworks yet. They do not have Game 3 cinched, even with that beautiful shot there.
Yeah, really good shot, really close one, and you're right. They're just fighting for everything. And I gotta say, shout out pro gamer move there by Kimmy. She didn't boost up to that ball. She did a little bit of a wave dash to get to it, keeping her kind of straight and narrow, not having to worry about going too fast with the boost, and that's what allowed her to catch up to that and make that play. Hiccup with a good shot. Chrome with an excellent defensive touch here. Kimmy with a good 50, gets it around 1. Are there any defenders back? I don't think so, but Chrome is going to hit the post. That one's going to be unfortunate. Clover hits it back.
Kimmy!
That ball goes towards the net, and Kimmy's going to get that goal and dunk it in. That was insane. Clover playing that one back and playing it towards the net, and Kimmy was like, no, I want this one. And then Hiccup tries to get the save and just goes in off the roof of the car, and this is the fight that you have to have. That competitiveness makes it fun, and 30 seconds left to determine the winner of this Game 3, all tied up at 3. Less than 30 seconds. Hiccup going for the carry. Kimmy's going to get a pop on it. Clover's going to turn, pops it right back. Off the backboard, Hiccup could not get to that one. Clover's going to push back and rotate. Kimmy's going to take this ball. Both the defenders are there. Hiccup gets a touch on it. Chrome could have possibly turned on that one and pushed it in, but wisely backed off. 4 seconds left. This one coming down to the end, trying to go for the double touch. Good save there by Kimmy. Still time, or ball's still up though. That's going to hit the ground, and we do go to OT, but that was a very close one there for the Hammerheads.
Indeed, Captain Kimmy getting her hat trick to tie that game up, and then getting a big save as time was counting down. And a little bit fortunate for the Hammer or Hydras that time did count down and it dropped. But now this potential free counterattack was stopped up by a little bit of confusion. This ball is going back towards Hammerheads' goal. Hiccup will clear it away. Big 50 by Kimmy. That ball is rolling up. It is touched by Clover, but still awkward. Hiccup on that back wall will send it out. But we do have Kimmy going back in there. The captain, the legend, going for it. Can't quite get it past the defense. The pressure this Hydras team is putting on fantastic. That's going to go over. Kimmy going in for the 50. That's a great 50. That ball's on target, but Conway, it is sent away. And the Hammerheads fighting desperately to stay alive, is finally able to clear it away. They will get the free and open counterattack. Clover will secure the sweep for this Hammerheads team. And man, oh man, how heartbreaking is that for the Hydras, who played a phenomenal series. Game 3 was as good as you could possibly ask for. The only thing that didn't happen for them is a goal happening as they were keeping up that pressure. But Hammerheads just rotating superbly, managing their boost, waited until they got a chance to long clear it. Worked out phenomenal because they had the boost to do it by managing it. Got to that ball, got the counterattack. You know, if you're the Hydras, that is heartbreaking, soul crushing. But it is hard to be upset by how the Hammerheads scored there because it was just so well done. My hat is off to both of these.
Yeah, they played really well, and I thought the Hydras were going to finish that one off there. They had everybody over there on the other end on low boost. The Hammerheads were kind of struggling there, and really the series or the game for the Hydras got saved. There was an opportunity where both the Hydras were up by the goal. The Hammerheads were back. They had an open net. They both pushed on the ball. They ran into each other, and that's what really allowed that Hydras pressure to keep going. But man, it could have ended sooner. And like I said, I thought they were going to clear it out, but they did such a great job at fighting back. Unfortunate that overtime is, first goal wins because if this was like a time for you to respond, um, you'd have it. Or I think they could have had it. They could have come back in that for sure if it
Oh
was
man.
like an extra period or something. I'm not saying Rocket League should do that because I've had some extra time games go really, really long, and sometimes those are fun, but man, that is crazy. Hydras are looking good, and it's just unfortunate that they had to run into the brick wall that happened to be the Hammerheads because those two teams could probably beat anybody on any given night.
Indeed, and we're going to try to get these two in here for an interview. I don't know if you've messaged them before they left the lobby or not, but I did
I
reach
did
out
not.
to them in the team chat. We'll see if they join. I know Clover said he's interested, so we'll see if he can find the VC. But in the meantime, I really do want to go into this because, Conway, what a series that was. We had the Hydras fighting tooth and nail, claw to claw here, or claw to tooth. Called a 10 or a fin. I don't know, but the Hammerheads just had excellent control of that ball. They had beautiful boost management. Their rotations were just silky smooth. You could tell their comms were just phenomenal. Not saying the Hydras wasn't, but I definitely think that consistency there played out huge. Because on the Hydras end, while we saw a lot of great plays and greatness themselves, or from them as well, there were at times that we had to watch players become heroes to keep them in it, like Kimmy, for example, just unbolting that kitchen sink and just not just throwing it, but dive bombing off the top ropes with it just to get it in there and just try to score a goal, and it sometimes worked. And it's just, man, phenomenal series. There's just not much. There's not enough I can say about it, while at the same time being speechless by how great it was.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if at the end of the season both those teams are in the playoffs for Adept League. I know the whole field is close, but man, that first game really getting away from them kind of hurt them a little bit, but the rest of those games they just kept it so close and crushed it. And I really thought they were going to take that game number 3, but man, you're right, it was just so back and forth and so even. I mean, at what game 2 everybody had even shots, it was just not even goals. And the two teams there, it was just crazy. um I'm just kind of speechless. It was astounding. I hope that somebody can jump in here for a quick chat because I just want to know how they were able to fight that off.
I really want to get inside their noodles and just hear this. No, Clover's trying to find the stream or the VC, but this is his first time being on stream for FDL himself, which gives us plenty of time to mention if you want to join FDL, exclamation mark FDL, exclamation mark Discord, you can find ways to get in here. This is a fun league. We're all about, just like, for example, what we saw, giving up that goal to give it back to the Hydras after that controller disconnect. I mean, it's about the sportsmanship here. That's what we thrive off of and we love. It's such a fun league, if you ask me. And also, I want to mention Conway. I don't know if you got to see it or not, because you're probably getting serious. That intro video we do each week, we take clips from the weekend's, the previous weekend stream. We take those clips that people, if you take clips during the stream and you post them in the FDL server, there is a chance we will throw that into the intro video for each weekend, for each week. So make sure you get those clips. They are used and appreciated. Conway, there's just not much more I can say. I think we will have to forego interviews if they can. I'll let you continue on. We might just be able to get enough time for them to.
I did actually see the intro clip. I got to see a beautiful goal scored over me in net, so that was great. Thanks for the reminder of last week's sweep, Galloway. But no, it was a good one. And yeah, the sportsmanship here is unreal. Everybody's really great. Everybody scrims everybody. Higher levels, lower levels, good coaching. Um, this is really a good place to kind of grow and improve as a Rocket League player and branch out and meet people that you might not have ever come across. So it's a really good non-toxic place to play. That's really all I can say about it. It's fantastic, and everybody in this league, you are all awesome.
Indeed, and we will get an interview. I got one of them. I'm currently dragging in the other one. So Conway, I'll let you open up the interviews once I get these fellas in here. But no, Clover is with us right now. I'm currently dragging Hiccup from the bottom of the server. Thanks for the extra work, guys. There he is. Gentlemen, welcome in. Fantastic series. We'll have to do this briefly, but so
Thank you.
first of all, I'm kind of speechless while at the same time I'm a pro yapper, but just what were your thoughts having to go each game against this team, which was only pressing you harder each time?
Team captain.
I would say it was like really stressful at first because we were down, but as soon as we started calming harder and actually locking into the game, it was still a challenge, but somehow we were able to pull through.
What do you mean by somehow? Conway, back me up here. The level of control that y'all had and just the passing y'all were making, the patience, the conditioning, it was phenomenal.
If I have to say
Appreciate that.
something, I know first time being on stream, I think we were both a little bit nervous. I'll be honest, I don't think we played to our full potential. I think we need to be back on stream. I'm gonna be honest. We started off well, but I think it got to me. It was a great series, and we pushed through.
Terrifying statement to hear. If I'm an adept, I would be quaking in my. Thank God I got moved up to expert minute. Conway, you got any questions for my friend?
No, I don't have any questions. Just yeah, your touches, your teamwork was fantastic. The way you fought off that last charge there by the Hydras in that game 3 was absolutely phenomenal. And way to keep your heads, because I know how stressful it can be right there, especially in a close game. So congratulations to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I do want to say, not just hats off for the sweep tonight, boys. A hard fought sweep, but a sweep nonetheless. But also my hats off to y'all for the sportsmanship that y'all gave the Hydras after Chrome's controller disconnected. You two embodied what FDL set out to create all those seasons ago. So just thank y'all for that. And I don't care what happens. I want y'all to have a fantastic season just from that alone.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
But the glory goes to Clover. He was the one that said it instantly in the VC and then typed it in the chat for him.
You know what, team captain? Get not just the hat off, but you also get the fedora tip, my captain.
Oh, I appreciate you, Galloway. Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for the fantastic show. But that is not it. We do have a third hour on the way. We are moving up once more into the expert league this time. We will have Griffins versus the Vipers. Me and Conway will be returning. So if you liked us yapping, please come on back. If you liked this gameplay, please come on back. If you didn't like us yapping, well, there's a mute button, but then you won't get to hear my wacky takes. So that's just an L on your end if you mute us. No ego at all there, right, Conway?
That's right.
Come on back in 14 minutes. We got some more action coming.
Can you please tell me your story? Tell it to me one more time. I just want you to keep talking so I can make up my mind. the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Good evening, FDL, and welcome back to the third hour. I am here, Conway Twitchy, and I am joined again by the goose of many hats, Galloway, tonight. Galloway, how are you doing at this third hour of the night?
Well, unlike my angry goose profile picture, I'm doing fantastic, my guy. We have gotten to see some fantastic Rocket League tonight. I have been here the entire night for it, starting off with your series. And then ended up with that insane Hydras versus Hammerheads Adept. But now we have Expert, we have Vipers, Griffins. I'm really looking forward to how this goes. It will be an A versus C lineup. Conway, do you have any predictions, or do you just want to go ahead and send these guys in?
I say join them. I don't have any predictions, but we know that Jessix is good. We know Burning is amazing. All these guys really are just absolutely fantastic. And so it should be a good one.
No, I'm really
Really.
looking forward. I think it would be good as well. Didn't mean to cut you. Do apologize.
No, you're good.
Oh no,
All
I'm
right.
good, but you know.
Getting them in here. I had to hit them with the good luck, have fun for you since you can't do it.
I appreciate you. You're a man of many talents, but the most important one is such a great guy.
Hey, I appreciate that. And here we go with this Elite League matchup. Jessix for the Vipers, pushing that ball over. Scythe is his teammate there. And then we have Burning and Lasagna for the Griffins here. So should be a really good matchup. Like we said, this ball bouncing midfield. Jessix waiting for it. Burning goes for the demo, not able to get it. Lasagna's going to push out and punch that ball out. Burning's going to push that again. Lasagna right back on it, and a good little pass play here by the Griffins. Just not able to get it down to the goal. Burning's going to touch that one and keep it in. Jessix with a really good long clear. Lasagna's back to catch that. That ball popped up on him. Not what he was looking for, I don't think. But Burning tries to steer that away in an excellent ground pinch save. But that ball going to continue to roll in. And that's going to be a goal for the Vipers right off the rip. And we're already 40 seconds into this matchup.
We are, and there's been some good high octane energy, I would say. It's painful sometimes. But it was a great 50. Burning almost getting it. Just the force of that ball said no, sir. But now, Burning rushing back, send that wave to the goal, will take it to the corner. Does fake out the challenger. A beautiful play just to bait in that first man, make him waste his boost and have to rotate out. Lasagna trying to take it, can't quite get control of it. Burning helps him out by pushing it down. That ball will be sent mid, but nobody is there, and it will be turned away to the corner, but then sent right back in. That ball floating down, but sent out, caught right off the nose of Lasagna's car, however. So they will be going back the other way. Griffins will be on the counter attack if they can ever get that attack going. Vipers doing a good job, however, of stopping it.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job here. Burning's going to get a touch to center it, but nobody there. Scythe is there. Lasagna's going to turn back. Burning is chasing Scythe. Jessix is there. Both teams miss the ball, but Jessix gets returned back first. Burning going to put one off the backboard and bump Jessix. Lasagna gets right in there, gets the ball under, has a chance to tuck it in, and will. And the Griffins are going to tie this one back up with the Burning Lasagna connection there. Everything working out in their favor at the moment. I got to say, if they were doing team names based off the players and not the standard FDL team names, Burning Lasagna would be a great one.
Oh, my last dinner come back to haunt me. But there's not just a Burning and Lasagna connection. There's also a Burning and Scythe heels connection as well. Bumping him in that back line, so Lasagna had all the time in the world to hit that wide open net. This man has avoided my open net class for all of the FDL, and you know what? I think he's actually the better for it because I can't hit him, but he's worse.
I feel like we need to make a little badge that has like a little graduate certificate that says Galloway's open net class, as I am a proud graduate of that class as well, and Scythe just barely got to that ball.
You're definitely
got it right off the post. That one's going to move back to the middle. Lasagna and Jessix fighting for that ball. Bounces on net. Burning reads the bounce off the post and puts the Griffins up by one at 2:26 to go. That's just an excellent read there. Could have gone the wrong way. I have most certainly flipped the wrong way on those. But Burning, a much better player than I am, tucks that one in.
I tell you what, I'm not a movie star. My name is not. Oh God, now I'm on the spot trying to think of a name. Anyways, I'm definitely not Neo in the Matrix. I can dodge that ball like as if I was. So many times I've missed the shots because of that, but like you said, well done by him. Also a gorgeous shot by Burning. Beautiful control on that ball, popping that thing up, hitting his car, and not just losing himself in the sauce as he goes up and flips into it, but rather just buries it in over Jessic's head, who just had no boost to contend for it. The Griffins are taking not a commanding lead, but the way they're getting this lead is kind of powerful, Lasagna. Or, wow, now I'm going Lasagna. It's kind of powerful, Conway. They're doing it in a very in-your-face manner, and now we're going to have ourselves Lasagna scoring his second goal. Both of these Griffins players on the edge of getting a hat trick.
Yeah, the oven is certainly heating up for Burning and Lasagna. And the person you were looking for is Keanu Reeves there. I know what you were saying, but I got you.
I'm old.
It's okay.
Get off my yard.
Keanu is in everything now, but that's okay, because so are the Griffins. Burning just barely missed that one. They were all over the net there. Vipers have got to try to find an answer, and they're not going to find one there. Burning finally completes that hat trick. 5-1 lead for the Griffins, 141 left. The Vipers look strong, but they have not had any answers for the last 5 unanswered goals.
They have not, because this Burning Lasagna team is on fire. Almost quite literally. I am seeing smoke rising from these bars. How fast and strong they were going. The little team bump accidental there, leaving it wide open. Ball doesn't go in initially, but Burning will be there to clean that up, throw that in on the retaliation. Lasagna getting in this such a selfless guy passing it instead of shooting the open net. Just right now, everything is coming up Griffins.
Yeah, that bump by Lasagna was absolutely fantastic. This ball's going to float on net. Lasagna couldn't get back to it. Jessix gets one. Still plenty of time left for them to try to come back, especially with some like that. That was absolutely incredible. Good little score there, and they look like they could get some momentum off of that.
Especially with that being the Eagles. There's no better way than to get an Eagles goal to turn around momentum. But it seems like we might have some kind of roller issue. Maybe it's just connection. I'm not sure. I can't check ping because I'm streamer, so I can't open up the scoreboard to check. But something happened there.
His ping is going crazy, and so's Lasagna's right now. But Lasagna's might just be for location, but
well, both of them are West Coast. Both of them. So
his ping has stabilized now. Looks like he's good now.
It could just be a West Coast being the worst coast like usual, but who knows? Either way, it seems like they're both good to go now. Jessix, last man back, 0 boost. We'll have plenty of time to get the boost, and that ball swoops up the corner. Now going to go for the air control, gets the 15 from Burn, and Burn will win it. Sending it to the corner. Scythe unable to get the connection on it. They might want to that server reset that each team is entitled to. After this game, we'll have to see if they elect to take it. But Lasagna, or I just called you Lasagna again. This is gonna keep happening now. Up in my game. But what a beautiful control!
Okay.
A beautiful control that opened up this chance for Jessix to get the 3rd goal for the Vipers. And Scythe just getting around one. Lasagna unable to just react in time to pop it to the side. That's cleaning up. Great goal. 35 seconds remaining though, Conway. Not a lot of time to get 4. Possible, but not a lot.
It is possible, but they would have to score really, really quickly, and I don't know if they have it in them here, but we'll see what happens. That ball's going to get tipped up and back towards the net. Burning's going to take a shot off the back wall. I think Lasagna followed up a little too close to get a second shot there. Scythe with a good touch. Scythe's pushing this ball down the field. Going to get that off the back wall. Tries to get the other shot. Burning trying to clear this one. Lasagna's up for it. Jessix can't get to it. Time is clicking off for this match here. Burning's going to get to that one. Jessix has it again. It hits the ground. And Griffins are going to take that game 1. And they are requesting a server reset.
Cool deal. Well, we will get them that server reset. Let them know, if you would, sir, that I'll send out the information in the same channels once it is up. Who requested that? The Vipers?
Griffins requested, but I don't think that the Vipers are going to complain now.
No, I don't either. But that will be the one server reset for the Griffins. Said earlier, both teams are entitled to a server reset as well as a timeout. But Conway, while I'm setting this up for you, sir, can you please break down how that match was? Because it was definitely a very intense.
Yeah, we're looking at 14 shots there for the Griffins versus 6 for the Vipers. Just dominating every aspect of the match there, but the Vipers started to come on strong there towards the end. It looked like they might have had something, a little bit of, I think that lag spike in the middle probably messed them up a little bit, you know. But interesting, is an interesting matchup and really good play, and Burning just absolutely turned that thing on there towards the end.
He definitely did. He turned that oven up with the bake and broil element both on to the highest degree possible. And Lasagna was just cooked with them two as teammates. It was a beautiful situation, beautiful coordination between the two that just played out phenomenally. They were just challenging when they needed to, backed off when they needed to, made some good passes. Just phenomenally done. Vipers, I don't want to count them out. They do have I don't want to say they are far behind, but they do need to catch up a little bit here in this game too. But as we saw earlier in the first series, and even in the second one, each game has gotten tighter and tighter and tighter as the series has gone on. But So far, we've had 2 sweeps on stream. Will this series here be the same? Will it get tighter and tighter, but end up in a sweep? Or will something change up? Only time will tell. I'm excited for it. Conway, I know you're excited to see how this goes. If you could let these gentlemen know that they can join back in, we'll see how game 2 can go.
Yeah, I was actually working on that when you requested that. I was just making sure that everybody was good. They were all in, so
Man,
I was going to get them going. Hey, we have some beautiful synergy here, okay?
Us old guys of casting. We're on the same porch, just rocking back and forth, yelling at these young whippersnappers to get off our yard.
That's right. And shout out East Coast, Beast Coast, you know?
Yep. None of our East Coasters had any ping issues. And again, our servers are in the East Coast unless both teams are fine and agree to server. But as a reminder, you could get a Central or West Coast server if you agree. But naturally, we are East Coast because, like you said, it is East Coast. Nice, we'll take a shot, but it will get sent away by Lasagna. Burner will take control in that corner. Going to try to get the dribble, but it's challenged and dunked on. Lasagna getting the 50, however, send it right back out, and Conway, both these teams going in the first minute pretty hard. And a beautiful interference play as a tendency.
Yeah, Lasagna, again, just really good car placement, gets the defender kind of out of the way. Scythe can't really get turned on that, and that ball is going to pop in, and it almost went in off Lasagna. Burning followed it and got the goal, but that was very, very close.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy, too, because the Vipers were getting some pressure there. They just weren't able to follow that one up, and Lasagna with that really long clear really opened things up for him. Scythe's going to leave it for Jessix. Jessix not able to get there. Burning pushing back. Got an open net. Not going to matter. Scythe able to get there quickly, but Lasagna's going to pop this in. Pops it up. He hit Jessix in the air. Jessix still able to get that ball. Burning's going to catch this, pop it in front of the net, maybe try to do some fancy moves there. A little bit of air rolls, not able to get it going, and Scythe is going to collect this ball for the Vipers to push the other way, and Lasagna is sitting still.
Oh, beautiful patience by Jessix to read the 50, put it right back in. I swear if Lasagna is still having issues, it's just painful, and I hate to see it, but this would be a fantastic time to also explain Conway. I think, yep, we've got to disconnect. I mean, this is a fantastic time, like I was saying, to explain how this works. If a player disconnects, if it's within the first minute, we can reset the lobby free of charge.
As long as nobody has scored.
Yes, unless nobody has scored. If somebody has scored, then it does not matter at what point in time it happens. We cannot restart the lobby. The teams must play on. What they do, they play on, is completely up to them. They can wait until the player's back. They can do absolutely nothing. The team could keep pressing as hard as they can in 2v1. Completely up to them, but the show must go on if somebody has scored. Or if it's outside of that first minute.
And Burning is holding his own here. He almost had a goal on the other end in a 2v1. Good flick there by Scythe. They're still trying to get this ball in. Burning is still fighting them off. This is an incredible showing of defense here by Burning. Lasagna is back. Burning is still pushing that ball down. Almost gets another goal by himself. What a play. Lasagna's there, jumps in, gets it around Jessix. Good team pinch there to get it over Scythe. That ball's going to bounce in front. Burning can't touch it. Lasagna can, though, off the back wall. Scythe is going to push on this one. That ball is pushing towards the Griffins net, though. Scythe has it there, but Scythe is going to get eliminated by Burning with a good demo play in the corner there. Burning trying to push it back the other way, and this ball goes back to half field, and we have right at 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left, and this time no longer tied because Lasagna will get that ball up over the defender. An unfortunate double touch from the Vipers coming out there, trying to get the demo, but Scythe a little too far behind, couldn't quite get it. Lasagna giving his team the lead, just had to throw it to me with them getting tied right as I try to start this off. You sly devil, you. But
hey, it's not my fault you're a walking caster curse.
I really have been just nothing but a curse bomb tonight, and not in a way that would get us kicked off the stream, but in a way that just makes these teams hate me. And I'm not sure which one's worse at this point, Conway.
You know, I'm not sure. Good shot there by Burning. They're pushing this one down the field. I would say in the first series or the second series of the night there, you said, oh, the game is tied, and I think that's when Kimmy scored earlier. So the Griffins are really fighting this and keeping the pressure on.
I also did it during your series as well. Thankfully, you didn't hear that when you were playing, so you won't be too mad at me. But now that I've said it, I kind of sunk my own battleship.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. That's all right. It is funny you said that because you said you've been here all night, and then technically I've been here all night too, you know, playing the first one, being here for the rest of it. But that's okay. We're here, enjoying this Friday night.
We might be the boomers of the captains in some way, but we have the most stamina and lasting longer than anybody else because we're the only ones here. You know what? Who is also here is this Griffins team really putting the pressure on here, but it will be cleared away at the counterattack. Jessix, no boost, still able to get the 50 off on Believe. That was burning. It was. And we have Vipers tying it up, 40 seconds remaining, 2-2 Conway. I can see this, and I said this during the Hydras Hammerheads game. I can easily see this going to overtime, but I would not be surprised if a team sneaks away a goal and somehow holds off the other team.
These two teams really have enough time here. They could probably get up 2 or 3 goals. So we will have to see what happens. Vipers are on the attack here, trying to strike back against these Griffins. They tied it up. Now Side's going to put one on. Sends it right to Burning, who pops it down the field. Side's going to go up and try to disrupt that play, and does. Jessix touches it right back out to Lasagna. That ball is going to pop back in front of the net. They're trying to get it cleared. Burning just happens to be there. Side's going to have to turn on this with Burning up there. Burning's going to get another touch. Side's going to try to carry this out and around. Lasagna with a good 50 there. That ball is still in the air. It is going to hit, and we are going to go to overtime, but there was a good chance there that the Griffins would have scored a goal.
Yeah, especially if there's enough time for Burning there to get the control needed. But since it was such low time, he had to play that extra safe and careful just to ensure that no ball could get there. But a bomb will give Jessix a shot, but it's barely saved away by Burning Energy getting the big man save. But this ball is still in their half. Jessix, no boost, trying to push it. Or not Jessix, Side, sorry. Does get the bump as well just to show his frustration. That ball is hit mid. Jessix, however, I can't see these players' names as their cars aren't too far apart. So I'm so sorry if I'm getting these names mixed up. I'm looking through over the OBS. Please forgive me, but man, oh man, Conway, how did neither one of these two teams score in those 2 different plays there?
Just defense, defense, defense. They're pushing everything up and getting everything away from that backboard where really a lot of dangerous plays have happened, and that's going to be a shot from Side then on. And they had a chance to get that one earlier, but yeah, that incredible save by Burning kept them in, but only for a few more seconds as Side is going to put that one away, and Vipers are going to take game 2 in a very, very close one here.
Indeed, and oh man, I know you could hear me coming. As soon as that ball came off the Griffins car, I was just saying, uh-oh, because I knew there was a Vipers ready to strike at it, coiled up, fangs bearing, and sure enough, we got the Vipers scoring the OT goal, and we have a tie series at 1-1. Our overlay is the best overlay you will ever find in any minor esports franchise, league, whatever. But it never works. I mean, it always works. It's just like the McDonald's ice cream machine. It's that daggone reliable. But man, what a series so far.
Yeah, it's a good one, and just a little update here for Lasagna. His Wi-Fi keeps dropping out, and he said in chat, I think I'm getting DDoS'd.
Well, that sounds like a skill issue, sir. Technically, in this best of 5, we are now at a best of 3 situation, but the Vipers could do the solids and say, hey, look, we got a server call for you. I was kind of surprised the Griffins were the one who called it when it was Scythe who got stuck or not moving. But Vipers could do the solids and call it too. It does not happen though. No timeout is called either. So we will be going on into game 3 in this tied series so far. Don't you worry, Bankai, I got you. Have that free shout out. Love you.
The prevailing theory in chat there was that you were DDoSing Lasagna Man. So
I would never. Maybe I might put some Parmesan on them, but I wouldn't DDoS Oh, Esso. Come on.
That's fair enough. Lasagna is one of our streamers, and I
What a
gotta say,
play!
it might be good that he is not streaming tonight if he's having that many issues. But while he is streaming, him and Burning are putting on a clinic here, and that ball goes down and all the way in. And really, I thought Lasagna touched this before it went in.
This man got incredibly close, but you know, sucks for him to be on the West Coast, just not able. Not just kidding. That was just me talking more crap on the West Coast. It's a great play by the Griffins, a beautiful stop, beautiful follow-up, both of them in sync and ready for it. This Griffins team has just done a fantastic job in being in rhythm together, Conway. It has truly been one of the things to watch this series that has been absolutely gorgeous. But can't count this Vipers team out. However, Griffins are the ones pressing the attack right now. It will get cleared out. And this ball will be going towards the net, going for the double, gets it away. But both Griffins players were up. It's going to allow the Vipers to get a second shot, but it is turned away to the ceiling. The Vipers not giving up control quite yet.
No, Scythe was there to make some really good shots on net. Burning's going to get that one. And Lasagna was down there playing defense too. Every time that the Vipers take a shot, there is a Griffins defender in the way of it.
Indeed, and as I told you, man, I've been in nothing but caster cursing tonight. Vipers not giving up control. 3 seconds later, Griffins goal. So I'm just going to stop hyping these teams up. Instead, I'm just going to hype up the players and just make them individually hate me instead of the entire team. What do you think, Ellie?
That was really close there. I think so. That was really close there. Vipers with the back pass across the goal really could have led to a goal there if the Griffins were pushing the issue, but they didn't. They got away with it. This one's still on the Vipers side, though. Back to the Griffins side with a long clear by Jessix. Burning's got that one in the corner, but Jessix goes up for it and can't hit it. I thought that he was going to hit it and did not. Lasagna with a good bump on Scythe, but that ball is still there. Scythe jumped out. Maybe a little ghost touch. Should have maybe been a hit to get that ball down the field. Isn't going to matter. Good little backboard play. Jessix is going to pass that right back over. And Scythe hits the crossbar again. That poor crossbar is putting in work for defense tonight.
It really is. The goal is the best defender in this game. Is a stalwart, Fort Knox type defender that just will not move. And I swear, whenever I shoot up a net, it moves on me. But we'll save that one for later. A great 50. It's going to leave it wide open. Jessix getting it. Scythe finishing it. And that will be a goal for the Vipers. Their first one of this game 3 to bring that lead down to 1 for the Griffins. And a great 50 that was, Conway. This Vipers team, you cannot count them out because they're always waiting for that right moment to just uncool and strike. But Lasagna, with the perfect delay there, will instantly nullify that goal and bring their lead back up to 2.
They're just trying to get used to keep saying things so the other team scores. That's all it is.
I'm telling you, they're all listening. It's a conspiracy. I don't like it.
But the Griffins are going to go right back up to it. Burning had that really simple goal there. That ball gets beat up by everybody in the midfield, goes back towards the Griffins. Lasagna's going to go to catch it. And that ball's pushing. Lasagna gets it right back off the wall. Nobody there. Burning misses a touch. Viper's able to dig that one in off the goal line. That was exceptionally close. Scythe with a dangerous back pass because Burning was right there. This ball goes right back into the Vipers' end. They really got to find a way to get this thing cleared out. They do, but Burning once again catches it. Jessix is challenging, goes through the ball and the gap between the ball and Burning. Not able to get that one. Scythe's going to get a touch and bounce that off the wall. Sets up for another carry. Flips it over to Lasagna. Pushing down the field. Scythe's going to take a shot. Burning is there. Jessix is going to touch this one. Maybe not the touch they were looking for. That ball's going to die in the corner. Viper's still trying to keep it going. Pushing it out. Gets it over. Burning is there, but pass it to Lasagna. Scythe's going to catch this one in the middle. Making some little touches there. Lasagna is going to get that ball. Burning going for the bump on Scythe instead of following the ball. Maybe had an opportunity for a goal there. Scythe is up again. Ball gets dropped down. Jessix is going to catch, but Burning has just been everywhere.
He is burning a lot of energy and boost to get everywhere, man. He is flying around.
It might have been Lasagna, but either way, Scythe's going to get a good shot. Burning with a good ground pinch to clear that out, and we are down to the last 1:10 on the clock. the Vipers want to score to get back into this, they're going to have to do it soon.
The sooner the better, obviously, but there is still a full minute just to score 2 goals. That's only a ratio of 1 to 30 seconds. That is plenty enough time to do it for a goal and then a quick kickoff. We have seen this time and time again, especially with Vipers getting a shot off there. It will be turned away by Lasagna, however. Now Lasagna going up in the air from the pass from Burning. Will try to send it down the field. Does not get it towards the net. Scythe able to get around Burning, which has been a big obstacle in this series. Right there, Jesse's trying to get the read, but again, Burning stopping his counterattack. Now 36 remaining. This might be the point. They really do want to score a goal quickly, just to give them time to, even if they don't score the kickoff, to have at least a second chance attempt on it.
Yeah, very true. They're running out of time. 15 seconds
Ooh,
left. Long clear. Burning's
yeah.
going to put that on net, and that's going to go in. That probably kills their hopes of getting a comeback here. 4-1, 12 seconds left, and they fought all the way to the end. Just a couple of really long touches and unfortunate clears that ended up being goals there. But the Vipers are hanging tough. They've really been able to kind of counter a lot of what Burning has been able to do, and even Lasagna just not able to capitalize when they get the opportunities to take that ball down the field, mostly because of the defense of the Griffins.
Indeed, the defense of the Griffins has just been so phenomenal. Because like you said earlier, they are just everywhere. They're rotating well. You can tell that they're in good sync with each other. That it's just, when one goes for it, the other one's ready to respond. The other one's going back. Or if Burning's there, he's going to get a cheeky cut on it, a turn, try to stop the offense with the counterattack. Half the time we see Lasagna going for it or going for a demo just to allow Burning to get control of it. This Griffins team is doing everything right when it comes to challenging and rotating. Vipers are still a deadly team, don't get me mistaken. They're doing a lot of good work. But they are just getting snuffed out quickly before they can really get a whole lot going. That has been the true devastating factor, I feel like, for this game 3. So now Griffins at match point in this series, 2-1. All they gotta do is just get one more Conway just to send it home. Vipers now fighting for their life. What did they gotta do to change up here, man?
Well, I'm looking at the shot counts right now. Shots were even for both teams, but obviously the goal differential is going to tell that story. 1 goal on 8 shots is not a very good number, and the other team had 4 of 8. So when they get the opportunities, they have to capitalize, and that's really going to be the end-all be-all here.
And to add
you're
to that,
playing well and you're playing close.
And to add to that, the saves were not that different either. Griffins had 5 saves. Vipers had 4. There's only 1 save differential. That means there was plenty of shots taken that was no player in front of it. They may have forced you to send it wide, but they have to hit those shots that are not getting saved.
Yeah, Burning is going to play this one and pinch that off the ceiling. It's going to go back towards his own net. Lasagna gets a touch there. Burning's trying to play this, getting heckled by Scythe there, who's going to drop that down and carry it, but not able to get it on the net. Jessex was pushing up. I thought maybe he was going to back pass it. Probably could have been a good move there. Scythe, almost the open net. Lasagna is going to challenge, and that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about how the Griffins are just everywhere and making every move they can.
True, they like to turn on it, like to get the ace of this Vipers team early, don't let them get control. And that's something we're kind of seeing the Vipers do a little bit more now, too. They're doing a good job of getting into the face of things, but unable to get into the face of Burning as he is just high flying. Just that boost he's just picking up. The nice little floater. Jessex trying to get there, but beaten. Scythe trying to come off that back wall. Unable to get down to it in time, not knowing where he was going to send it. Didn't want to just go floating off into the free real estate air there. And the ball just slowly gets put behind him. Kind of caught in no man's land, just having to guess how that ball's going to come. But that's going to be a good clear route. Jessex trying to chase it down. Burning's there too, sitting off the back wall. Jessex, however, winning the shot. Scythe, after getting the demo, throws it in. And we have a tied ball game. Jessex beating out Burning there, bumping him to keep him away. Scythe, after getting that great demo, took all the time in the world, knowing he had nobody to contend him but the net itself. And he just throws that home for a tied game.
I'm actually shocked that we haven't seen more demos and bumps from the Vipers after watching Lasagna kind of drive through everybody as much as he has. And right when I say that, Lasagna with the demo on Jessex. But yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more. Side's going to drop that down. Lasagna's going to have to play it. Jessix is fighting. That ball's right there. Scythe is there too. Burning's going to get this one though. Lasagna pushing back towards goal. Going to try to keep Jessix out of the way. Scythe with the 1v1 versus Burning is going to clear that one down. Scythe with a long pop. Expect Lasagna to get to it and can't. And Scythe with the snipe. And this is probably what, their first lead in the series?
I think that's correct. Don't quote us because we can't remember the first game because we're old and decrepit, so leave us alone. But I think that is correct. And this man, enemy at the gate, is hitting the shot from downtown, the sniper achievement. That was almost a cheeky shot from the Griffins, though. But the Vipers are not out of the woodworks. That goal is still looming ever so close to the ball where this Griffin team is shooting it. Lasagna opting to back off though. Good call. Jessix now trying to beat him. Kind of fakes him out. That's going to be a wide open net. Check. I may have got the players backwards here, but that ball goes in with Jessix scoring here. I said, or didn't say, but I meant to say. Faked out Lasagna. A well done play from the Vipers. Vipers now not only, Conway, getting the first lead of the series, but have extended it to a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that's very right, and they're going to have to be careful, though, because Burning is carrying this one down to score pretty much at will, and I think the Vipers have found something. They really just have to survive that onslaught from the Griffins and get that long clear, and that's what led to both of their goals where they have the lead here. Jessix with a really good touch there, but Lasagna's up, puts it towards the net. Scythe with an excellent defensive play right before the aerial demo from Burning. Jessix unfortunately flips backwards, wrong way, not what he was trying to do. That ball's going to get pinched out and across. Little drag race here. Both folks going for it. Scythe gets a little flipped around, can't get turned on it. Jessix is trying to get this ball. Lasagna was going for the bump and wasn't able to get it. Burning! What a shot by Burning. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful shot by Burning indeed, but I don't want the spotlight to solely be on him. Lasagna went for the demo on that last defender, did not get it, but did force into a awkward challenge. Then not only that, but on his way out, stole the boost from Scythe. The Scythe had nothing to get back from. So Lasagna doing a lot of that background work for Burning to get that net, and just that beautiful shot. This it has been a winning strategy for them. This team has just done a great job of being interfering on that back line, taking defenders out of the play for Burning or Lasagna to, or mostly been Lasagna clearing out the back line. But that's going to be an awkward clear. It will be sent out though to the corner. Now staying in the corner because Burning, man, has just been there. We're getting the control. That ball is awkwardly floating down. It does get sent out. Lasagna is now going to get control of it. Gets it around one and throws that 8-ball corner pocket. That defender just did not think it was in, and you know what? I don't blame him. That kissed that goalpost, Conway, both or England. But that one is pretty clear. Great shot.
It did touch the crossbar though. To be fair, looked like it was probably a little floater. They're able to get that right where they needed to. Lasagna's going to get that touch and push it down. Jessix with a good clear. Keeping with that ball. Fighting Burning, gets around one. And what a flick.
Oh,
that car control was absolutely incredible to bring that ball around.
oh,
As we watched it on the replay here, Jessix gets it up, flips it over, and then he's just going to get a little touch.
Oh.
Gets it around the defender. This is why the Vipers are so dangerous and able to stay in this game. They have played everything close.
they have, and my word, what a beautiful goal that was. This is why I love the dominance. But you can get cheeky little plays like that. You slip underneath that ball so easily that it's just, you don't miss it, but you can just race that ball with your car. Oh, good stuff. We now have the Vipers regain the lead after 2 quick goals from the Griffins to try to tie it up. We got a minute remaining, Conway, in game 4 here. A double commit and a boost still kind of, but Griffin team not in danger quite yet. Another double commit will send it to the corner where Burning can get control. They have a fake there. Burning wins the 50. That's an open net, Conway, but he can't hit it. He graduated from my school of open nets. He's an alumni.
Yeah, and Lasagna could not get the follow-up, just barely missed it. This ball, very, very strong on the Vipers' end, popped up again. Both of the Vipers are back, but nobody's touching it. Jessix finally gets back there. Burning's going to pop that one around the corner, but it's going to get clear up by Scythe. Burning touches it and drops it right back down, and that is just a beautiful little soft touch there. Lasagna's going to turn that right into Scythe. Burning has to slow down. Scythe was going for that ball. Jessix gets bumped by Lasagna. Burning loses it in the corner. Last chance effort here by Burning. Can't get it there. Scythe's going to push it. Jessix with a long clear. Lasagna's probably going to try to catch this, but can't. And the Vipers are going to take game 4, and we go to a game 5 situation. That is just absolutely amazing for them. And I am apparently not connected to Rocket League servers at the moment.
Skill issue! No, it's not skill issue. Is these two teams, my lord, Conway, the fight that these two teams are putting together. We saw Lasagna going for their bread and butter play of going for the demos and leaving Burning for it, but Vipers were accustomed and ready for it, responded appropriately, avoided the demo, got back and covered each other to slow it down so they can retaliate quicker, and just phenomenal job from the Vipers to hold on into a dangerous final few seconds of that game 4. We're going now into the game 5, first game 5 of the night, first game, or first series I should say, that was not a sweep. And man, oh man, what a series this one is. I am so glad we are getting 5 games of this, because Vipers doing a fantastic job of playing it close, striking so sharply, quickly, where the Griffins are just taking advantage of their ability to fly, going into the sky, striking. Oh, this is a good battle right here.
Before I forget about it, just wanted to point out Jessix had 2 goals on 1 shot that last game. Excellent efficiency, and that's something we had talked about in the previous game.
It is, and you know what? This man is just trying to pad his stats with that kind of stat line right there. Like, he is just getting 200% efficiency from that game. I mean, my word. I barely even put in 100% effort. Oh, well, maybe chicken. Anyways, look at this. Oh my god, counterattack.
Yeah, Scythe was pushing that one down. Jessix was able to get back there as well, but the Griffins playing excellent defense. Lasagna tries to pinch that off, not able to get it. Burning is going to push this down, gets it with the wheels to deaden the touch, but that ball flips right back around. A little bit of double commit there by the Griffins, but they still got the ball down to the other end. Jessic's going to catch this one, misses the flip and leaves it. Scythe's going to touch that one. Both of the Griffins were over there. If he elevates that ball a little more, I think he probably could have got a good breakaway, but Lasagna's going to put this towards net. Scythe was up trying to do something. Jessix was back. Scythe can't get the touch, and Burning, of course, is going to dunk that one in for the 1-0 lead, and it took them 1 minute and 13 seconds to score this game.
Indeed, I think it came from Scythe getting stuck on that sidewall, trying to get off of it to get to that save, and just made his car awkward to the point where he couldn't get it. Incredibly unfortunate at how well they're playing in this game 5. And it's just heartbreaking for her to go in like that for the Vipers, but I'm not too worried about it. We will see them do what they do best and try to strike fast and strike hard at this Griffins team. And one of the things I really want to point out, something you started to mention, we have seen Burning go for a lot of flip resets and haven't quite gotten them the way he wants them to yet. But speaking of things that he wants them to go, is Jessix on that shot, a great angle to throw that in right into the one spot these two defenders who were close to that goal post could not cover. A beautiful tying goal to quickly nullify that first goal from the Griffins.
Yeah, and the Vipers they had a chance there. They're still pushing it back. Griffins are fighting hard, but the Vipers seem to have all the momentum here after like that last game. Just doing everything they can, and I want to say they've traded, right? It was Griffins, Vipers, Griffins, Vipers, and so it depends on who can hold each other off for this one, because it's been so close. Even though like the stat lines and score lines haven't necessarily showed it, these games have been incredibly close as the Vipers keeping the pressure on. I think they're going to keep this in on that side. Scythe gets demoed by Burning finally, and Lasagna was able to grab the big pad of boost there. Going to carry that one down. Burning can't get to that one. Scythe is going to have a chance to clear. Lasagna's over there as well. Scythe trying to clear that off, can't get it. Burning's going to get the touch. Jessix is up for it. Jessix gets bumped, and it seems to work in his favor because the Vipers had a quick break here. That ball is just going to float in front of the net. Everybody try to push for it. Jessix had a shot. Lasagna with the bicycle save and just able to get in front of that thing the entire time. Scythe is going to keep pushing it. Push it down. That ball's going to drop in the middle. Ball, little bit of floater. Burning with a good long shot, but it's going to be off. Poor Burning just has not been on it. We've seen a few misses. We've seen those missed goals. Burning hasn't been able to finish anything. Been right when I say that. Burning put that one in.
The caster curse is not on me no more. Yeah. I mean,
No.
Good job, Burning.
I was hyping him back up to get him back to where he needed to be. Okay.
Oh, so
Say,
I see.
when I say rare things, he just went back to the median.
You just want there to be more goals for more intense action. I understand. You know what? God bless you. I approve this strategy. But I tell you who doesn't approve is the Vipers, because they're now down. So they're going to try to push this Scythe. Low boost will rush at the middle. Jessix will challenge and take it away from Burning. Gives it away. That's a weak touch, but it goes right back to Burning. However, it's a double commit Conway, so it's going to make things a little bit awkward. Diane, though, getting a good 50. Burning, getting another good 50. Jessix doesn't like his boost, and I agree with him having to back off whenever he wanted to press that. But Burning with a beautiful redirect soft touch down tapper slapper, just throws that into the net. Don't think anybody from the Vipers was quite ready for that. Jessix saw it a little too late. I think wanted to grab some boost since he was so low. I'm not quite sure. But he was unable to get to that, and we have Griffins up by 2 now, Conway.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful touch, and Burning touched that with the wheels to make sure that that ball lost a little bit of that power and momentum. Just a real veteran play there by Burning, but Vipers trying to push back, can't sustain the pressure. Burning's trying to chase this one. That ball is going to go off a Scythe. Lasagna's in the air. Jessix gets a touch for the first one there. Lasagna is blocking the way, and Lasagna is going to get that goal. 4-1, 53 seconds left. The Vipers need to strike quick to get back into this one.
Indeed they do. This is not a situation you want to be in if you're the Vipers, who's played phenomenal all game until the last 30 seconds up until this point, essentially. That said, I'm not going to count them out yet, Conway. This team has shown that they can do it. Griffins have too, but I'm not going to count this team. They can definitely turn this around. They got to strike hard and fast, however, and they got to strike quickly, because as more time passes, it's not going to be easy against a team who has had this level of pressure and control, like the Griffins. Burning, almost getting a beautiful double tap. Instead gets a gorgeous dunk. Jessix have no boost trying to rush down there to get it, making it where he cannot hit the counter. And Conway, I think this will sing the song. The canaries in the mine are chirping. 10 seconds remaining. Another demo. It's just going to take the Vipers out of this. And we have the Griffins holding off a dangerous Vipers team in a Game 5 situation. Like you said earlier, it was Griffins, Vipers, so no reverse sweep potential. But Griffins holding strong. Fantastic series. I cannot wait to get these boys in here for an interview. I just really want to break this down with them.
There were 5 shots for the Griffins. 4 of those came from Burning. 1 of those came from Lasagna. Lasagna had 1 shot and 1 goal. Burning had a hat trick on his 4 shots. The Vipers had 6 shots from Jessix only and 1 goal. And Scythe had 0 shots and 0 goals and 1 assist.
Man, a game, and what a clash of franchises here. But we did have the Griffins come out on top. And speaking of the Griffins, we have Burning Energy, not only the captain, but the GM of the Griffins. And we have Lasagna, a very fine, meaty dish. What is going on, you two? Fantastic game.
Thank you.
We won the series, so can't go wrong.
That was the plan.
That is true. I can't. You know what? Can't take that away from y'all. Good job. Conway, I'll let you take us off.
That series looked like we got very, very close. Was there any chance during that game 5 that you thought maybe that they were gonna start punching things in, or did you feel like you were in control of that one from the get-go?
Yeah, that's a confident no. As egotistical as this is gonna sound, the games that they won were games where I just wasn't putting things on target, as you saw by my 8 shots but 1 goal or something like that. Yeah, I heard Conway calling me out, and then I was like, I have to score this now.
I was wondering because as soon as he calls you out, man, it's just all on target and in the face.
I'm the master motivator. It's okay.
As long as you're
Yeah.
motivated.
After it was like 2-1 or so, when it was tied, it was a little bit spooky. But once it was 2-1, 3-1, we could just like seal the game up a little bit.
We noticed you getting a little physical there, Lasagna. It seemed like maybe the games that they won, you weren't quite getting as physical. What made you go away from that when it was working so well?
So my internet went down a total of 4 times during the match, and I started like rubber banding a lot, and it's really easy to hit the ball when not like a car that's trying to dodge you. So I stopped doing that because I was not finding a whole lot of success because I couldn't see where everyone was going very well.
Well, that makes certain sense. And just for the record, it was not Galloway DDoSing you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't DDoS you, my friend, but I would put you into an oven and cook you probably about, let's say to a good
300, 350.
to a good 350s and then throw Parmesan on you. I wouldn't DDoS you. That's just a waste. You know,
Yeah, that
also-
was
ahead.
crazy. I restarted my router before the match and everything, and it was just going down.
I think
do
that's
gotta
actually
say-
the only point that I was concerned was during that 1v2. I when they scored the first goal, I was definitely concerned that they were like we were gonna lose that game, but luckily we pulled it out of the bag.
and that's what I was going to want to go into as well. I was going to bring up that 2v1 burning. You were just absolutely burning boost and energy, just getting everywhere to try to stop any kind of advantage a 2v1 gave them. And you did a fantastic job of not only stopping them, but trying to throw shots on yourself just to keep the pressure away from your half. Go as I was able to get back. Y'all just did a fantastic job, man. Like it was just textbook how to play when you're at a disadvantage, how to play, get the even footing again. It's just a fantastic. For using the word, but it's just left me speechless, and I'm having to reuse it because I'm just good brain right now. Oh,
Appreciate it. Appreciate the nice comments.
Conway, did you have any more questions for me?
Well, I was just gonna say, if you two play anywhere else, Burning Lasagna is an excellent team name.
Mm-hmm.
And additionally, Lasagna, I'm glad you weren't streaming tonight because that would have been disastrous.
Oh man, that would have been awful.
No.
But you guys played well, and congratulations.
Appreciate it. I have a question
Thank you,
for you,
thank you.
Conway.
What's that?
What about Energy Man?
That one's cool, but
Oh,
Burning Lasagna sounds better.
I mean, but
Sounds
it doesn't taste
whimsical.
good, you know?
Neither does Energy
So are
Man.
you gonna say man tastes good? I'm gonna stop right there, gentlemen. We appreciate y'all jumping into the caster booth. We definitely appreciate the show that y'all put on. Hats off to the Vipers, but you know what, Griffins, you get the fedora. Good job, my guys. That has been it for Friday night. Conway, you've been here all night with me, although you've only been in the booth for 2 of these hours. What an action-packed night this was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I'm sure that we're gonna end up with a bunch of clips from this week
Oh, yeah.
on next week's intro. Hopefully, none of them me getting dunked on this time, but we'll see. I know the people that put that together, and I'm sure they'll put that in there just because they like me.
Oh, I'll make sure. I'm the one who gets the clips. So I'll make sure to tell Thor that you for starting us off with a bang.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Got you, homie. But that will be it for tonight. We appreciate y'all joining us. if tonight has been any indicator for how the rest of this weekend will go, well, then all I can say is come back Saturday and Sunday. 8 through 10, we are packed full of matches. And just looking at the lineups now, I know I'm looking forward to these games, and I can't wait to watch and or cast them. But that has been it for tonight in the casting booth. It has been Conway and myself, Ken earlier on. And in the streaming booth, it has been myself. So good job, streamer man, keeping everything running. Toot, honk my own horn here. Come back tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing y'all then. Take care, everybody.